Hi, I'm Dave Turoshields, owner of Kenosis Counseling Center and CounselingPros.com. I see that you're looking for information on bipolar 2, and well, you should be. It's an important disorder. It's a terrible disorder to have to live with, and I'm here to teach you a little bit about it today. Bipolar disorder can be complex and confusing. When most people think about bipolar disorder, they automatically think about bipolar 1 symptoms. Now, the media has played a large role in this, and in one way it's great, and in another way it's horrible. Most of the information available and what's presented on TV talks more about bipolar 1, which includes full-blown mania, which is actually fairly rare when we look at the diagnostic picture. So the role the media is playing, I'd like to see them focus a little bit more on bipolar 2. 8 out of 10 diagnoses for bipolar are for bipolar 2, not for bipolar 1. It's important to know the difference. What bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 share is major depression. You'll have to have had at least one episode of major depression to qualify for a diagnosis of either bipolar 1 or bipolar 2. Both these diagnoses have this in common. In fact, bipolar 2 individuals may suffer more from depression than hypomania. And many folks who experience hypomania even like to talk about it as an enhanced state of creativity and also a place where they get a lot of things done very quickly. When they're on the upward spiral into hypomania, folks can be incredibly productive, but then other things begin to happen. First of all, what is major depression? Well, it includes appetite changes, an unusual weight gain or loss, changes in sleep patterns, fatigue or loss of energy, slowed thinking and decreased concentration, psychomotor agitation or retardation, feelings of guilt or worthlessness, and occasional thoughts of death or suicide. Now, what is hypomania? This is the really important part about what distinguishes bipolar 1 from bipolar 2. People affected tend to overestimate their abilities. They often feel an inflated sense of self-esteem or grandiosity. They have increased alcohol consumption. They fail to see obvious risks involved in their ventures. They make lots of plans and spend lots of money, and then when things crash, they oftentimes have a loss of income, a loss of savings, and a frustration with not being able to complete projects. They have excessive involvement in pleasurable activities. They have an increased interest in uncharacteristic sexual flirting. They wish to do several things at once. They have a decreased need for sleep, seem to feel okay with that at the time. They're more sensitive than usual, oftentimes irritable, and they take on too many responsibilities. Oftentimes when somebody comes for therapy, they don't come in the door talking about bipolar disorder. They most often come in talking about depression, anxiety, mood swings, and inability to sleep properly, feeling irritable or low energy and fatigued, have an inability to focus. They may be drinking too much or in trouble with the law or using drugs, having relationship problems, impulse control problems, and occasionally a person with bipolar 2 may claim that their life is just fine, but other folks around them have shared a concern, and that's why they come for help. Unfortunately, because bipolar disorder is so complex, it's often misdiagnosed. The number one major culprit is major depression. And from what I've already said, you know that depression is probably the number one element that folks will walk in the door with, into the therapy room with. And agitated depression or treatment-resistant depression, atypical depression, those four areas make up the granddaddy of the wrong diagnoses. This is important to know because if you get diagnosed with major depression without ruling out bipolar disorder, you can be treated with antidepressants, which actually can spur a manic or hypomanic episode. Also, wrong diagnoses often given include substance abuse, schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, anxiety disorders, attention deficit disorder, and postpartum depression or psychosis. What can you do? Well, first of all, it's important, especially if you have bipolar disorder, not to do it alone. This is a progressive disease, which means it simply gets worse without treatment. Seek professional help to learn how to manage your energy states. It's really all about managing your up in your down energy states. We've helped many bipolar 2 individuals, and we can help you too. Please contact us at 1-877-865-1676 or find us online at kenosacenter.com or counselingpros.com. Until then, take care.